Hello, good people. So today we are going to prepare carrot chapati. So welcome to my channel and let us start. So the ingredients are here. So to start off, you have to peel your carrots. After peeling your carrots, then you wash them, then you grate. So let's start. Let's do that. So this is wheat flour. So in the wheat flour, I'm going to add the sugar. You can see that is the sugar. Yes, so I'm going to add the sugar to the wheat flour. Then after adding, I'm going to mix the wheat flour and the sugar. Then after that, I add salt. So after I've added the salt, I mix. So I'm mixing that together. After now, they have combined. When combined, now you add the carrots that I had created. So you mix the carrot with the all-purpose flour. Next, we are going to add the wet ingredients, and I'm using water. To start off, I'm using water. So I'll add water gradually as I mix with the rest of the ingredients. Yes, gradually you add as you mix. I love using cold or room temperature water. I don't boil my water. And according to me, it makes layer chapatis and also very soft. Once the dough has been formed, I've added 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. While the oil is fully combined, I'm going to I've sprinkled some purpose flour on the dough, as you can see, and I need for about 8 minutes so that I can get a soft dough. Adding both sugar and salt to your chapatis, they make awesome and delicious chapati. Kindly, when you prepare, don't skip the sugar. I know there are some who prepare with only salt, but the taste is not as awesome when you add both sugar and salt to your chapatis. Once the dough is coming out nicely, you add 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. I've not shown you that, but you add that. That's why you can see the dough is not sticking on my hands. Yes. Once I'm done, I'm going to I've sprinkled some oil around the dough so that it does not dry up. And I'm going to make it rest for about 20 minutes. Then I start making the chapatis. 20 minutes, my dough is ready for the next step. I've sprinkled some flour on the countertop. The dough is soft and I'm going to knead for 3 minutes. The dough is also elastic, as you can see, elastic. You'll notice that the dough has got orange colors in them. Those are from the carols that we created. And whenever you feel that the dough is sticking on the counter, you add on the counter all-purpose flour, as I'm doing. You add, you spread it, and then you continue kneading. Yes. Kneading the dough after resting it for 20 minutes, and you knead it for 3 minutes. It's going to make your the dough very soft and elastic, as you can see. At this point, I'm going to form a roll, as you can see from my dough. Then I cut it into half. After cutting into a half, I'm going to work on half of the dough. Then the other half I'll work it later on. So I'm forming just a ball. You can see it's not sticking at all on the hands, which means it's ready. I'm going to place it aside, sprinkle some flour, all-purpose flour. Then I'm going to work on this half. The first step of making chapati is rolling out the dough. And it's very, very important because the outcome will depend on how you rolled out the dough. It's important to follow the recipe so that you can get the awesome chapatis. Make sure that the dough is covered by the all-purpose flour, so that it doesn't stick on the
Next,
pin,
I'm
the
going to
rolling
roll
pin.
out the
Yes, also
dough
the
in a
countertop.
big
You're supposed to
rectangle
sprinkle the flour.
shape, as I'm doing. I find it easier oiling chapati on this big rectangular dough is very easy, and you also make more chapatis. Once done, sprinkle cooking oil, little of it on the dough. Then we are going to spread it out with the palm of our hand. And this is how we make layered chapatis. This is how we do it. So sprinkle it. Make sure you spread it all over, even the edges of the dough and the corners of the dough. Make sure that it's spread out properly. Pick your knife and cut your dough into strips, as I'm doing. Once you are done, you are going to roll a strip and in a rolled like. Then you tuck in the bottom the way I've done, and you're going to get pieces of evenly dosed. So you spread some all-purpose flour so that it doesn't stick. So you continue like that. If that strip is not enough for the size of your dough, you can add the other one so that your dough can be even. Yes.
So I have around 27 rolls here. 20, those are 27 chapatis.
Next step, so sprinkle some all-purpose flour, then take a piece of dough. Using the palm of your hand, flatten the dough a little bit before you start rolling out. As you roll out the dough, you are supposed to place your pan on a medium heat on your stove. It's a chapati pan. You'll see it in a few minutes. So when you're rolling your dough, you're supposed to roll vertically and horizontally so that you can get a round shape. Some might not come out perfectly round, but you can try, no problem. You can just do it until you get that. With time, you will get used to it. Yes. Placing your chapati, you are going to cook for a minute, for 1 minute. Then you are going to use your spatula or your spoon to flip the chapati on the other side. But I was using both my hand and the spoon. So don't use your hand if you are not used to it, please. You'll get burned. The purpose of flipping on the other side is we want also the other side to cook. Once it's cooked on the other side, I'm going to transfer to a plate. Yes, the next. As you can see, the chapati has formed air bubbles from the inside. So that one shows that it's ready to be flipped. Also, number two, it shows that you kneaded the dough very well. That's why when you place the chapati on the pan, after 1 minute, it forms the bubbles. It also shows that the dough is cooking from the inside when you see the bubbles. As it finishes up to cook, I continue rolling the other doughs. How my chapatis are looking like after the first step. I love the orange color on my chapatis. You can also spot the carrots. The next step is to oil my chapatis, as you can see there. Yeah, the reason of oiling is to when you oil, they become golden. You can have spots, some golden spots on the chapatis. The pan was already hot, so I'm going to be cooking my chapatis into fours. Yes, I'll be placing 4 chapatis. I oil them, as you can see. When oiling and spinning your chapatis, kindly make sure you use a piece of paper so that you don't burn your fingers. So here I was using my hands, my fingers without a piece of paper, but it became very hot, so I had to look for a piece of paper so that I can use. Very fast, so you are supposed to be on your toes. Bring out some oil, you add to the pan, then you spin the chapati. When it is, you'll be checking as you spin, you check, you spin, you check. First, you see it's really, you turn over like that. You should spin your chapatis around so that you can have those lovely golden spots on your chapatis. So if your pan is too hot, your chapatis might get those black spots, or you might see in some of the chapatis. So you're supposed to regulate the fire. Or number two, when it becomes too hot, you can take a wet tablecloth, you wipe the pan so that your chapatis do not get burnt. I always prefer cooking my chapatis into fours because it saves time and also it's super fast.